Hi, I am doing a review on Left 4 Dead. Not just Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. I've been instructed to do this. So, alright, well, let's start with it. Left 4 Dead is made by my personal favorite company, Valve. It is a bit of a different direction from their, other games. It is a four-player co-op zombie survival game. It is, they wanted to make a game that, was co-op is like needed to survive. So they made Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead 1, Left 4 Dead 1 never really had a storyline. Left 4 Dead 1 was, had four survivors, kind of stereotypical, but you had four survivors. Zoe, a female college movie whiz, Lewis, um, I don't remember what Lewis did. I think he was, he worked in a cubicle and shit, but I'm not 100% sure. But, Francis, who was a biker, and Bill, who was a World War II vet. Now, classic setup, cool characters, whatever. They went through four campaigns, which were a good hour long for about each, where you had to survive a zombie infestation and whatnot. You had to get to the escape vehicle and escape. There were different, of course, guns help you. There was different tools in the first game to help you as well. There is, pipe bombs, which the zombies will run after because of the beeping, and Molotov, which just light up a big area of fire that once they walk into, they die almost instantly. Along with these normal zombies, I'm stealing a line from one of my friends, these walls, because the normal zombies really didn't do much. They would run at you and punch you, and the big problem with these normal zombies is, if you're running away from something, they block your way. That is like the main cause of them. They don't really do much else. Don't get me wrong, if something happens and you get a lot of them around you, they can beat the living shit out of you and take you down pretty fast, but besides that, they're not very threatening. You know, there's the special infected hunter, which is, crawls around on all fours and leaps great distances. He'll tackle you, he'll start clawing up your insides, and you can't get him off unless a teammate helps you. Smoker, who is tall, lanky, and has a long tongue, can reach you from far lengths to pull you to him. This also helps if you pull you off roofs and you'll dangle, and it helps separate the team. The boomer, which is a big round, guy, vomits on you. The smell of vomit attracts other common zombies. This is a great way to cause chaos, plus it blinds the player. Last but not... Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. There's a witch. Now, the witch is honestly one of the favorites of everyone, really. The witch, in the first game at least, is a stationary zombie. It holds still. It's put in one place, randomly spawned, and it is pretty easy to upset. Shine too much light on it with a flashlight, it gets pissed off. You shoot it, it gets pissed off. You bump into it, it gets pissed off. You walk too close to it, it gets pissed off. Whatever you do, it pisses it off, it comes up, it has huge claws, and it runs right at you. And one hit instantly knocks you down. You're incapacitated, and the only way to get back up is if your friends help you. So it's a good thing. It's like, stay away from the witch. It's a good little diversion. Now, witch isn't immortal, of course. Witch can die. But the one thing I like is whenever time someone shoots the witch goes after the person who pissed it off. Then there was finally the tank. The tank was a guy who looked like he's done too much steroids. Hell, he doesn't have. He's just muscles. Nothing but muscles. I mean, he uses his hands, like his forearms, to move like a gorilla more than he does his feet. This thing is just a powerhouse, has a lot of health. He's reasonably fast and can hit you and do a lot of damage. He's a kind of a rare person to come across, but when you do, that's what it also is. And it needs four people. You have to aspire to work together to kill it. Everyone has to be shooting at it, everyone has to do a lot of damage to it to bring it down without it doing a lot of damage. Next, and then there in this game they had events where you would have to hold off different spots to, you'd be like, alright, activate the radio, zombies are coming at you, you're sitting there defending the best you can, waiting for the rescue vehicle to show up and you to get out of there. So, naturally this, causes, these moments where everyone's like, okay, you watch this side, and it causes strategy and planning, and it's pretty good. Left 4 Dead 2 fixed some of the problems with Left 4 Dead 1. See, Left 4 Dead 2, those moments I was just speaking about, a lot of times people just sit in corners and they'd sit there go like this, and zombie got close, they'd punch them, and punch, shoot, punch, shoot, and it's simple as that. It was easy. They'd hide in their spots. They'd just hide in places where zombies couldn't get to them. Left 4 Dead 2 fixed that. These moments are now replaced with moments that when you activate something, you have to run and like let's say in the first mission, or not the first, the last mission of the game, you activate this, you open in this trailer, and an alarm goes off, and you gotta get to this tower way off in the waves to turn off the alarm. Until you turn that alarm off, zombies are going to keep coming and keep coming. Yeah, they also made new infected to help change up the game and help make, people sitting in groups a lot, break it up a lot easier. That is three new infected, yeah. There is the Spitter, whom is a pretty, pretty easily to kill zombie that spits. Well, that's the name, Spitter. Spits acid from a range. Makes a big pool of acid, makes everyone kind of run away from that spot. Like, everyone's hiding in a small room, just spit it in there, and they have the choice of either A, leaving that room, or sitting there and dying, because it does a lot of damage if you just stand in it. Then there's the Jockey, whom is a zombie who jumps on the person's shoulders and kind of guides them where to go. This is if it's a hectic situation, he can jump on them and carry them away and lead them away from his friends. And there's the Charger, and he's pretty strong. He takes a little bit, probably more damage than the rest of the special infected do, but he is not as strong as a tank. He has one really big arm and one really tiny one. But the point of the Charger is he charges, as his name, in a straight line. And if he hits the first person he hits, he'll stay on his arm. Everyone else he hits, they'll just kind of fall over. But he'll keep running with that person until he either runs out of until he goes a certain distance or until he hits a wall. From there, he'll proceed to pick up the person and smash them against the ground, repeatedly doing damage. This again separates groups, because if you're imagine going up a long hallway. You're walking up this hallway, everyone's in a line, Charger comes by, knocks everyone over, and takes one of your teammates away. Well, then you all gotta go back and get them. Once you get up, of course. In the game, new guns have been added, but the same basics. You got your pistol, infinite pistol, just different kind of guns like AKs and whatnot, shotguns, military-grade weapons, stuff like that. But the one thing they did add weapon-wise that's really kind of different is melee weapons. Your pistols are infinite, of course. Like, your secondary pistols are infinite, either way. But the melee weapons are infinite as well, but they, of course, have no range. It was more or less kind of added in my opinion, for just the fact that, dude, I just smashed a zombie's skull with a frying pan. I use them more than I use the pistols. Just because I can. But there's really no, big advantage using the melee weapons based off using the pistols. I think the only advantage might be that if you use the pistols, you gotta hit on one target. However, if you use the melee weapons, if there's a bunch of zombies right in front of you, you just swing straight across and you take them all out. But, in this have been added a bunch of shit, actually. There's adrenaline, which you inject into yourself. It takes place of pain pills, which I forgot to mention those. Pain pills from the first game, just a slight boost of health, not as much as a med kit. Adrenaline will also make you go faster and ignore the zombie's stopping ability. So if there's a zombie in your way, you won't hit it and stop. You'll just kind of knock him over. The defibrillator takes place in the med kit. You can still have a med kit, but you have to switch defibrillator med kit. It makes a choice. The defibrillator, as it does in real life, will revive a dead person. It does it a lot easier in this game. There is still pipe bombs, still Molotovs, and in addition to it is boomer bile grenades. Boomer bile grenades, a lot of people say my friend says they're very useful. And yeah, they're useful, but in the long run, all it does is just bring more zombies to you. It's kind of like a pipe bomb without the explosion. You throw it into a certain area or on zombies, and boomer bile falls down, and all the zombies run right to it. Just easy way to, okay, shoot, 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 okay, they're all dead. This might be helpful if you're getting attacked by a tank, throwing on him, all the zombies run after him, but besides that, it doesn't have a really big practical use, in my opinion. Still, there's versus, still, where one team's a zombie, one team's not the zombie. One team's zombies, one team's a human. There's scavenger, where you're trying to get up as much fuel tanks as you can, and the next team goes and try to get as many as they can. And, just stuff like that. Well, I have to wrap this up. The only really big addition one of the big additions between Left 4 Dead 2 and Left 4 Dead 1 is there's a storyline now. You start off in New Orleans as 3 survivors, Nick, Rochelle, Ellis, and Coach, whom actually go through a storyline. Once you get picked up on the first mission, you get rescued the next, and you sees why you showed up in that situation next. In my opinion, they're both really good games, and I'm really glad Valve made them, and I hope they make another one because it's really good and it's really fun. And that's it. I'm running out of time.